In just one moment, you can choose calm over chaos. Life can feel like a whirlwind, fast, unpredictable, and sometimes downright overwhelming. You wake up with plans, but by noon the unexpected happens. Stress creeps in, uncertainty knocks on your door, and suddenly you realize how fragile your calm really is. Have you ever noticed how a single tense moment can ripple through your entire day? That's why finding inner peace isn't a luxury, it's a survival skill. Buddhism, with its timeless wisdom, offers more than ancient teachings. It gives us practical tools to remain centered and positive, no matter what life throws our way. Imagine carrying a calm, steady presence like a quiet flame in your chest that neither wind nor storm can extinguish. This is the essence of mindfulness and self-awareness, modernized from the heart of Zen practice. In this video, we explore 8 powerful lessons from Buddhist wisdom that can transform the way you respond to stress, uncertainty, and challenges. From learning to speak kindly to yourself, treating your body as a sacred temple, to embracing change and nurturing gratitude, these lessons aren't just theoretical. They are practical, everyday guides for cultivating resilience and joy. Picture this. A stressful morning turns chaotic with emails, calls, and unexpected demands. Instead of reacting with frustration, you pause, breathe, and remind yourself, this moment is fleeting, and I can navigate it with calm. That simple choice, rooted in Buddhist practice, shifts the whole trajectory of your day. Over time, these small moments accumulate, forming a life grounded in balance and compassion. By the end of this journey, you'll discover that staying calm, positive, and resilient is not about perfection. It's about tiny, intentional steps that ripple into every corner of your life. Let's dive into these lessons and see how ancient Buddhist insights can help you craft a modern life of clarity, peace, and joy. Now let's move on to the first part of today's video, cultivating self-compassion. Have you ever noticed the way you speak to yourself? Those internal words, the ones whispered quietly in your mind, have incredible power. They can lift you up or slowly chip away at your confidence. Many of us have a habit of harsh self-criticism, replaying mistakes, or comparing ourselves to others. It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones that we never asked to carry. Buddhism teaches us that this inner dialogue is not trivial. It shapes our thoughts, our emotions, and ultimately, the way we experience life. The Buddha spoke of right speech, not only in how we communicate with others, but also in the words we say to ourselves. Imagine having a friend who always supports you, never judges, who listens patiently, and offers encouragement in moments of doubt. Now, what if that friend could be you? Practicing self-compassion is essentially becoming your own best friend, offering warmth, patience, and understanding to the one person you often forget to nurture, yourself. So how do we cultivate this inner kindness? The first step is awareness. Start noticing the tone of your inner voice. Are you harsh, critical, or impatient with yourself? When you recognize these moments, gently pause and shift the narrative. Instead of saying, I always mess things up, try, I'm learning, and it's okay to make mistakes. This small adjustment creates a ripple effect, gradually reshaping your mindset. Affirmations are another powerful tool. Repeating positive statements like, I am deserving of love and happiness, or I am strong and capable, reinforces self-worth and gradually retrains the brain to embrace encouragement instead of criticism. It's not about denying your imperfections, but accepting them as part of the human journey. Meditation also deepens self-compassion. Even just 5 minutes a day of sitting quietly, focusing on your breath, and sending kindness inward can transform the way you treat yourself. Visualize your heart expanding warmth to yourself, like sunlight reaching every corner of your being. When stress or setbacks arise, this cultivated compassion becomes a cushion, softening the blow of life's challenges. Consider this. Every time you criticize yourself harshly, notice the emotional weight it carries. Now imagine replacing even half of that inner criticism with understanding and gentle encouragement. Over time, these small shifts in dialogue create resilience, allowing you to face difficulties with clarity and courage. Self-compassion is not indulgence. It is strength. It gives you the foundation to confront challenges without being overwhelmed, to recover gracefully, and to keep moving forward with confidence. In modern life, we often rush, compare, and demand perfection. But Buddhism reminds us that progress, not perfection, is the true path. By embracing self-compassion, you are nurturing your mental and emotional health, planting seeds of patience and resilience that will grow steadily over time. The more you practice, the more naturally you respond to life's trials with kindness toward yourself. So today, as we step into this first lesson, ask yourself, am I my own best friend? Am I offering myself the same patience and encouragement I would give someone I love deeply? This simple reflection is a doorway, leading us to a life where calm, confidence, and inner peace are cultivated from within. Remember, self-compassion is not a one-time act. It's a daily practice, a gentle presence in your life that shapes everything from your mindset to your actions. By being kind to yourself, you lay the foundation for the strength and serenity needed to navigate the challenges ahead. After learning how to nurture kindness toward ourselves, it's time to extend that care outward, starting with the vessel that carries us through every moment of life. The next lesson is about loving the body as the temple of the soul. The Buddha reminds us that our body is not merely a shell, but a sacred space, a living temple that houses our spirit. How we treat it reflects how we value ourselves, our life, and the moments we are given. Caring for the body is a holistic practice. It's not just about exercise or what we eat. It's about creating a harmony between body, mind, and soul. Nutrition is the foundation. Every meal we consume becomes fuel for both our physical energy and our mental clarity. Choosing wholesome, balanced foods is an act of respect, like offering the temple the nourishment it deserves. Enjoying occasional treats is natural. What matters most is mindful balance. Movement brings life to the body. Gentle activity, like a walk in nature, stretching, or yoga, strengthens muscles, increases circulation, and releases tension. Picture your body as a tree, rooted firmly in the earth, flexible in its branches, reaching toward the sun. Every step, every stretch, helps you remain grounded yet adaptable to life's winds. Over time, these small but consistent actions accumulate into strength, resilience, and grace. Rest and recovery are equally vital. Sleep isn't a pause from life. It is the body's natural time to repair and rejuvenate. A well-rested body supports mental clarity, emotional balance, and a calmer, more centered mind. Neglecting rest clouds our perception and weakens our resilience. By honoring our need for rest, we give our body permission to restore itself and support our spirit. Yet caring for the body goes beyond the physical. Mindfulness and meditation are essential companions, creating space for the mind to settle and the heart to feel at ease. When we meditate, breathe deeply, or simply pause, we acknowledge the intelligence of the body, the wisdom it holds in every heartbeat, every breath, every sensation. A body treated with love becomes a foundation for emotional balance and mental clarity. Listening to the body is part of loving it. Notice signs of fatigue, tension, or discomfort, and respond with compassion rather than ignoring them. Small daily practices, hydrating, moving gently, breathing mindfully, or even sitting quietly, create profound long-term benefits. Ultimately, loving the body is an invitation to respect yourself fully. It is an act of self-compassion that ripples outward, influencing how we think, feel, and interact with the world. By nurturing the body with kindness, balance, and awareness, we cultivate a temple where both spirit and mind can flourish, resilient against life's challenges. This lesson teaches us that caring for the body is inseparable from caring for the soul. When you love your body, you honor your life. Every conscious choice, from nourishment to movement to rest, is a step toward inner peace and enduring strength. When we care for our body and nurture our soul, we naturally become ready to open ourselves to new experiences and personal growth. Change is inevitable and growth is part of the journey. In the next part, we will explore embracing change and growth. Exploring new horizons, life is ever evolving, and the Buddha reminds us of impermanence, the truth that everything shifts, flows, and transforms. Sometimes this unpredictability can feel daunting, but it also opens the door to new experiences and personal growth. Stepping out of our comfort zones allows us to discover layers of ourselves we never knew existed. Imagine a tree in the forest, bending with the wind yet remaining rooted. Flexibility and adaptation ensure it thrives. Similarly, embracing change allows us to bend without breaking. Trying new things can be as simple as learning a new hobby, tasting an unfamiliar dish, or exploring a different perspective. Each small step outside familiar routines becomes an opportunity to expand our horizons and gain fresh insights. Growth is rarely linear. It's a mosaic of successes, failures, lessons, and self-discovery. By daring to explore the unknown, we nurture courage, creativity, and resilience. Fear often stands in the way. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Buddhism encourages us to face these fears mindfully, recognizing them as natural companions on the path of growth rather than obstacles to avoid. By observing our fears without judgment, we diminish their power and gain clarity about our true desires and potential. Every new experience is also a mirror reflecting who we are. It helps us understand our strengths, limitations, and the values that guide us. Life becomes a canvas, and each choice, each challenge, and each discovery adds color and texture to our unique story. By embracing change, we write our own narrative with authenticity rather than simply following the expectations or routines imposed by society. Moreover, embracing growth is not only about external experiences, it also involves internal exploration. Mindful reflection, meditation, and journaling allow us to observe how we respond to change, how we handle discomfort, and how we cultivate patience and compassion. These practices reinforce that growth is an inner journey as much as it is an outer one. Remember, flexibility doesn't mean passivity. It means being conscious, adaptive, and open-hearted. By welcoming change, we cultivate resilience and allow ourselves to evolve gracefully, maintaining peace and balance even amid life's uncertainties. Each step into the unknown is a dance of discovery, a dialogue between fear and courage, challenge and growth. Ultimately, embracing change and trying new things is an invitation to live fully and consciously. It's about engaging with life actively, nurturing curiosity, and cultivating the courage to transform fear into strength. By learning to adapt and grow, we enrich our journey, making each chapter of our life story unique, vibrant, and deeply fulfilling. As we embrace change and step into new experiences, our mind becomes a powerful tool that shapes the way we perceive the world. In the next part, we will explore illuminating the mind, living with mindfulness. Mindfulness is like a superpower, allowing us to fully inhabit the present moment instead of being carried away by past regrets or future anxieties. It transforms ordinary life into a series of deeply felt experiences. Imagine watching a sunset. Instead of glancing and scrolling on your phone, you pause, notice the colors, feel the warmth, and let yourself be fully immersed. That is mindfulness in its simplest and most profound form. Cultivating a positive outlook doesn't mean ignoring life's difficulties. It's about seeing challenges clearly while maintaining balance and clarity. Our thoughts have immense power, and by training the mind, we can shift our focus from worry and negativity toward gratitude, joy, and resilience. Mindfulness is the gentle art of noticing, of allowing ourselves to feel without being swept away, and of responding with intention rather than reaction. Practical ways to practice mindfulness are all around us. Take a moment to breathe slowly, feeling each inhale and exhale. Pause during your daily activities when washing dishes, walking, or having a conversation, and observe the small details that usually go unnoticed. Taste each bite of food, savor its textures and aromas. These simple acts of presence begin to plant seeds of positivity in your mental garden. Over time, these seeds grow into a flourishing landscape of calm, joy, and emotional balance. Mindfulness also strengthens self-awareness. By paying attention to our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we uncover patterns that may lead to stress or negativity. Recognizing these patterns allows us to gently redirect our mind toward more constructive and compassionate responses. It's like tending a garden. We notice the weeds of worry or self-criticism and choose to nurture flowers of patience, gratitude, and optimism. The practice of mindfulness is not limited to meditation. It can be woven into every moment, drinking a cup of tea, walking in nature, or simply listening to a friend. Each conscious act reinforces a sense of presence and well-being, reminding us that life is happening now, not in a future we worry about or past we cannot change. Through these mindful choices, we cultivate a mindset that transforms ordinary experiences into opportunities for growth, joy, and inner peace. Ultimately, by nurturing mindfulness and a positive attitude, we create a foundation that allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Each breath, each pause, each conscious observation is a step toward a calmer, clearer, and more resilient self. Embracing mindfulness is embracing life fully, moment by moment, with awareness, compassion, and joy. Having nurtured a positive mindset through mindfulness, we naturally become more aware of how we pursue our aspirations. Life naturally calls for goals, but setting them wisely is an art. Today we explore balanced ambitions, the middle path of goals. Goals give direction, a sense of purpose, and motivation, but without balance they can create frustration or burnout. Buddhism teaches us the middle path, neither forcing ourselves beyond our limits nor neglecting our potential. True progress lies in the harmony between effort and ease. Imagine walking up a staircase. Each step represents a goal. If the steps are too high, you risk stumbling. If too low, you won't feel the satisfaction of achievement. The middle path is about choosing steps that challenge you just enough, allowing for growth without overwhelm. This approach doesn't just apply to career or wealth, it extends to personal growth, relationships, and emotional well-being. Patience is essential. Like a seed growing into a strong tree, goals take time to bear fruit. Celebrate each small victory along the way. Completing a minor task or mastering a new habit is not trivial. It's a building block for long-term success. Recognize these milestones, no matter how small, as affirmations of your journey and capacity for growth. Breaking large goals into smaller, manageable pieces also encourages consistency. It reduces anxiety about the future while maintaining motivation. You begin to experience progress steadily, each step reinforcing your confidence. The act of planning and achieving small goals teaches self-discipline, resilience, and awareness of your own potential. Balanced ambitions also mean reflecting on why we pursue certain goals. Are they aligned with our values? Are they truly fulfilling or imposed by societal pressure? Buddhism encourages mindful intention. Goals should nurture our inner harmony, not disturb it. Aligning ambition with purpose transforms tasks into meaningful experiences rather than sources of stress. Consider your personal development as a journey rather than a sprint. Sometimes it's tempting to compare yourself with others or rush to the finish line. The middle path reminds us that growth is deeply individual. Your pace, your milestones, your reflections, they all matter more than external validation. This balance between effort and acceptance applies to setbacks as well. Failure is not a sign of inadequacy, but an opportunity to learn and recalibrate. The middle path teaches that embracing both success and challenge with equanimity fosters wisdom and inner strength. Incorporating daily practices such as journaling, mindful reflection, or short meditations helps anchor your goals within a calm and positive mindset. By regularly reviewing achievements and intentions, you maintain clarity and focus, preventing overwhelm. This practice nurtures not only your ambition, but also your well-being, creating a sustainable approach to growth. Ultimately, balanced ambitions, the middle path of goals, invites us to move forward with purpose, patience, and mindfulness. It reminds us that the joy of the journey is as important as reaching the destination. Each step taken thoughtfully, each goal pursued with awareness, contributes to a life of fulfillment, resilience, and calm. By embracing this philosophy, we harmonize our ambitions with our inner peace, creating a life where growth feels natural, balanced, and deeply rewarding. After embracing balanced ambitions and approaching our goals with mindful awareness, we naturally become more attuned to what brings us genuine happiness. This awareness naturally leads us to the next part of today's journey: nurturing joy, activities that revitalize the soul, where the way we choose to spend our time directly impacts our inner harmony. Happiness is not a luxury reserved for rare moments. It is an essential ingredient for resilience, growth, and emotional well-being. Buddhism emphasizes that nurturing the soul through meaningful actions, aligned with right livelihood, creates a foundation of strength to face life's challenges. Consider the simple joys that can transform your daily life. Painting, playing music, reading a book, or taking a peaceful walk in nature may seem ordinary, but these mindful activities nourish the mind and heart. Each moment spent in authentic engagement serves as a gentle reminder that life is not only about obligations or achievements. It is about cultivating a space where your spirit feels alive, appreciated, and cared for. This is why Buddhist teachings encourage intentional action. The activities we choose should align with our values, passions, and authentic desires. Balancing responsibilities with personal joy is another key aspect of this practice. In modern life, it's easy to become consumed by work, social pressures, or endless to-do lists. Yet when we prioritize activities that bring fulfillment, we replenish our energy and creativity, building a reservoir of positivity that extends into all areas of life. Engaging in joyful pursuits is not selfish. It is a conscious act of self-care, giving us the emotional capacity to support others and handle challenges with patience and resilience. Moreover, joyful engagement can also serve as a form of mindfulness practice. When we immerse ourselves fully in a creative task or an activity we love, we are entirely present. We notice the textures, sounds, colors, and sensations around us. We experience the subtle pleasures of being alive. This is not escape. Rather, it is a practice of fully inhabiting the moment, allowing the mind to rest while the heart is nurtured. The Buddha taught that mindfulness and intention elevate even the simplest acts, transforming them into opportunities for spiritual growth and inner peace. For instance, imagine walking through a forest path. You could rush through it, preoccupied with tasks or worries, or you could pause to feel the texture of leaves beneath your fingertips. Inhale the earthy aroma and listen to the gentle rustle of branches. Each step taken with awareness becomes a meditation, a gentle weaving of calm into your daily experience. Similarly, dedicating time to your favorite hobby, whether it's playing an instrument, painting, or cooking, turns the ordinary into a sacred act, a source of inner joy that fuels resilience and positivity. Even small moments count. A few minutes of mindful music, a quick sketch, or a brief stroll can subtly transform mood, perspective, and energy. The cumulative effect is profound. When joyful activities become a regular part of life, they cultivate emotional balance, strengthen the mind-body connection, and create a sense of purpose beyond external validation. In essence, these practices remind us that life's richness is found in both the grand and the subtle, in accomplishments and in moments of personal delight. As we consciously incorporate these practices, we find that joy is not separate from discipline or self-growth. Rather, it supports them. Engaging in activities that resonate with the soul ensures that our journey through life remains vibrant, meaningful, and centered. This principle is a reminder that happiness is both a tool and a goal. It energizes us, steadies us, and inspires us to live fully in every moment. Ultimately, cultivating joyful engagement, activities that nourish the soul, invites us to weave purpose, pleasure, and mindfulness into daily life. It encourages us to recognize that self-care, creativity, and intentional enjoyment are not indulgences, but essential elements of a balanced, resilient, and spiritually fulfilling life. By consciously choosing moments that bring happiness and fulfillment, we strengthen our capacity to remain centered, positive, and at peace, even amidst life's inevitable challenges. As we immerse ourselves in joyful activities that uplift the soul, it naturally opens the door to a deeper awareness of the blessings that surround us. This awareness leads us to the next essential practice in our journey: cultivating gratitude. Cultivating appreciation in everyday life. Gratitude is not just a polite gesture or fleeting feeling. It is a transformative force capable of reshaping the way we see the world and ourselves. Imagine waking up each morning, feeling the first rays of sunlight on your face, and simply acknowledging the gift of another day. You don't need your life to be perfect, yet even in its imperfections, there are countless reasons to feel thankful. This is the essence of gratitude in Buddhist wisdom, recognizing not only the positive experiences, but also the challenges that foster growth and resilience. Practicing gratitude can start small, but with profound impact. Keeping a daily gratitude journal, for instance, writing down 3 things you're thankful for, encourages your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. It could be something as simple as the comforting aroma of a morning cup of tea, a kind gesture from a friend, or the laughter shared with a loved one. Over time, this practice nurtures a mindset that naturally attracts more positivity and contentment into your life. Gratitude extends beyond self-reflection. It manifests in our actions towards others. A sincere thank you, a thoughtful note, or an act of kindness can ripple outward, creating harmony and spreading positivity. Each expression of gratitude strengthens connections, reminding us that life is not just about what we receive, but also what we contribute to the world around us. Even when faced with challenges, adopting a grateful perspective allows us to discover hidden lessons, inner strength, and opportunities for personal growth. In Buddhist teachings, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things encourages us to appreciate not just the good moments, but also the struggles, understanding that both shape the journey of life. As you embrace this practice, you may notice a subtle yet powerful shift within yourself, a calmer mind, a warmer heart, and a greater sense of fulfillment. Gratitude becomes a lens through which every experience, every encounter, and every breath holds value and meaning. It reminds us that every moment is a gift, and within each gift lies an opportunity to grow, to connect, and to live fully. So as we continue on this path, let gratitude be the thread that weaves joy and peace into the fabric of our daily lives. By cultivating appreciation for both the extraordinary and the ordinary, we invite harmony, serenity, and a profound sense of well-being into our hearts. As our hearts become more attuned to gratitude and joy, we begin to notice how deeply our well-being is intertwined with the people around us. This insight naturally guides us to the final lesson in today's journey, connecting with community and experiencing the healing power of sharing. In Buddhist teachings, the Sangha, or community of practitioners, plays a pivotal role in supporting spiritual growth. Being part of a group with shared intentions provides encouragement, accountability, and a sense of belonging. Imagine walking through life with companions who celebrate your victories and gently support you through challenges. The wisdom of the Sangha reminds us that we are not alone, and that shared experiences enrich our journey. Sharing goes beyond mere presence. It multiplies joy and divides sorrow. When we express our happiness with others, it feels fuller, more vibrant. Conversely, when we share our struggles, the weight feels lighter. Connection with others allows us to feel heard, understood, and supported. This simple act of sharing nurtures both the giver and the receiver, creating a cycle of positive energy. There is profound healing in giving and receiving. Acts of kindness, encouragement, or even small gestures of support ripple outward, reducing stress and fostering resilience. In these moments, we experience the interconnectedness that Buddhism emphasizes. Our well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others. Contributing to the happiness of those around us strengthens our sense of purpose and meaning in life. Balancing giving and receiving is essential. By accepting help when needed and offering it when possible, we maintain a healthy flow of energy. This balance nurtures our personal growth while also uplifting the community. The Sangha is a living reminder that shared experiences, mutual support, and compassion amplify the benefits of any spiritual practice. Connecting with others reminds us that life is a shared journey. No matter our individual paths, the love, care, and wisdom exchanged between people cultivate a resilient spirit and a heart open to joy. In practicing this final lesson, we recognize that inner peace is not just a solitary endeavor, but a collaborative, living experience enriched by empathy, connection, and generosity. As we conclude this series of 8 powerful lessons from Buddhist wisdom, let us remember that our journey toward calm, positivity, and fulfillment is deeply enhanced by our bonds with others. By integrating community into our lives, we nurture not only ourselves, but also the world around us, creating a ripple effect of peace, kindness, and joy that extends far beyond the self. As we reach the close of this journey, take a moment to let it all settle in. Life rarely gives us perfection, but it does offer countless small steps, tiny opportunities to grow, to heal, to become more attuned with ourselves. The path to inner peace is not measured by grand gestures or flawless achievement, but by the gentle progress we make each day, the subtle choices that guide us toward balance and clarity. These 8 profound lessons from Buddhist wisdom are more than concepts. They are a way of living that nurtures the heart and steadies the mind. To love ourselves fully, to honor and care for our body and mind, to set realistic goals, to embrace change courageously, to cultivate positivity through mindful awareness, to engage in meaningful, joy-filled activities, and to practice gratitude. Each is a thread in the tapestry of a life lived with depth and intention. When woven together, they form a resilient, luminous fabric capable of withstanding life's storms. Imagine for a moment your inner landscape as a quiet garden. Every act of self-compassion is a drop of rain that nourishes your roots. Every mindful breath is sunlight, gently awakening your awareness. Each smile, each act of kindness, each expression of gratitude is a seed planted in rich soil, destined to bloom into resilience, serenity, and profound joy. Life will inevitably bring challenges, but with these practices, we are equipped to face them with calm, wisdom, and unwavering presence. Now imagine the ripple effect. When you cultivate peace within, it radiates outward. Your clarity touches conversations, uplifts the people around you, and quietly inspires others to explore their own path to balance. This is the true beauty of Buddhist practice in daily life. The transformation begins inside, yet it softly reshapes the world beyond. So here is my invitation to you. Carry these lessons forward not as abstract ideas, but as lived experiences. Observe how self-compassion softens your judgments. Notice how caring for your body deepens your energy and clarity. Reflect on how embracing change opens new doors. Engage in activities that spark your joy, and let gratitude color even the ordinary moments with a sense of wonder. And as you do, share this journey, your insights, your small victories, your quiet moments of presence with those around you. If this video has touched you, take action. Like it, subscribe, and turn on notifications to continue exploring these teachings with us. Comment below one intention or insight you'll carry into your day. It could be as simple as taking a mindful breath or committing to a small act of self-care. I promise that in our next videos, we will dive even deeper, uncovering more ways to enrich your inner life, strengthen your resilience, and find stillness amidst the rush of the world. Remember, inner peace is not a destination. It is a journey, and each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to a heart that is steady, clear, and alive with mindful presence. Carry this feeling with you, breathe it in, and let it echo through every action, every thought, every moment. Your journey continues here, and together we will explore the endless possibilities of calm, joy, and enlightenment in the everyday.